In my last video, I showed you how different Luke's account was of the choosing of the first disciples from the account in Matthew and Mark. But at least they had some things in common. Simon and Andrew were fishermen, and it did happen in Galilee. So that was reasonably close. But if you look at John's Gospel, you get another story which is utterly different. This time, Simon and Andrew are actually disciples of John the Baptist, and it starts like this. The next day, John again was standing with two of his disciples, and as he watched Jesus walk by, he exclaimed, "Look, here is the Lamb of God." And when the two disciples heard that, they started to follow Jesus, and they asked him, "Rabbi, where are you staying?" And he showed them the house he was staying in. And they stayed with him for the remainder of that day until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, one of those two disciples of John the Baptist was Andrew, and he rushed back to Simon, his brother Simon, and he said, "We have found the Messiah." Andrew brought Simon to Jesus, who looked at him and said, "You are Simon, son of John. You are to be called Cephas," which is translated Peter. Well, there you are, completely and utterly different stories. So, were the first disciples chosen in Galilee, or were they chosen near the Jordan, near Jerusalem? Were they fishermen, or were they disciples of John the Baptist? Both stories cannot be true. You need to choose. Which is true? Mark and Matthew's idea? Luke's idea? Or John's idea? Or none of them, perhaps? The Bible's full of strange things, isn't it? I keep telling you.